Kia ora, team. It's raining. And thunder and lightning. But you could possibly tell by the slight greenish-ness that I'm actually down by Rify. If you don't know, you access Rify. There's a road just before the road from Berezino crosses over the railway track. There's a little dirt track leading down to the coast, and if you take that, you come down here. Now, I've been down here at these trees before. These trees up here above this little dip are perfectly safe, even though it looks like they're kind of in the particles and all that. They're actually perfectly safe, and you can come here and you can get kitted, which is what I've done. I've got kitted. In terms of loadout, probably ignore a load of the junk, because I'm carrying a load of junk. I'm not really here to do a big loot. If I was here to do a big loot, I'd go in totally empty, and I'd pull out everything I could, and see what I got. But I'm not doing that at the minute, so I'm carrying a whole load of junk and stuff, which is fine. The masks are fairly essential. Now, one thing. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you do know. Not that one. I want the other one. This one. You can refill gas masks with charcoal. Not a lot. It doesn't do a lot. I mean, I only had 2 out of a possible packet of 12, so not a lot. But it helps. Now. We've been over this before, and I've been over this a million times. That might be an exaggeration. But these masks, this white mask and this black mask, are the masks that you have to attach a filter to. They don't have an integral filter. So you attach a mask to those, and that's fine. These combat masks are masks with integral built-in filters, so you cannot recharge them. You cannot do. They're disposable. Once they're done, and that's it. Now, these masks here, apparently you can on PC. I have found no way to change this filter while this mask is on your head that doesn't cause you the risk of getting pox. People have said, do this, press that button. I've tried everything. The only way I have found to absolutely guarantee that I'm protected is using these masks. And what I do is, I have this mask on, and then when it's time to change the filter, I automatically swap to one of these masks, manually change this filter, and then automatically swap it back again. And that is a guaranteed work. Anything else? I don't know. The only other way I've found it is you can manually, if you have this in your hands, so you need to take it off, you need to take that off, you then need to go into your inventory, you need to find your replacement, you then need to combine it, you then need to pop this back on again, and by then you're starting to cough. And so there you go. My advice would be, don't come in here unless you have a stealth kill weapon. I have the crossbow, which is the perfect stealth kill weapon, and I've got 2 stacks. I've got 1 in, and I've got a 5 and a 4, so I've got 10 bolts. And the other thing is, I'm going in actually pretty light this time. I've got that one, which has a pretty dreadful filter. I have this filter, which is nearly full, which is not bad. And I have this one, which is half full, which isn't super bad. I have this, which is quarter, and I have that, which is full. That's okay. I wouldn't come in here normally if you were kind of starting out without at least 5 of these things almost full. Now, there's a couple of things to bear in mind. The Zeds that are down in there, in their NBC gear, when you take one out, they nearly always drop a gas mask filter. It's nearly always not full, but it does provide a filter. Now the other thing is, up on top of the ship, once you get right on top of the ship, you're outside the gas zone. So the gas zone's pretty low. So once you get up on top of the ship, you can actually take the mask off, you can have a little break, you can have a think about what you're doing, you can do all the stuff that you want to do and everything else. But I would be cautious about going in here without an abundance of filters unless you are very confident about what you're doing. I'm moderately confident about what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one first because it's the worst one. And I'm going to use the worst one first and see how far we go. The other thing I might say from my perspective is I don't feel an absolute burning desire to search every part of the ship. Once you get in, there's a whole bunch of floors that you could get lost in that have lots of cabins and various other bits and pieces and whatnot. You don't really get a lot of stuff in there, so I'm probably not going to be doing that. I'm really just going to go in, skirt around, have a bit of a look, check out the containers at the bottom, go up through the main body of the two sections of the ship. There's an aft section and there's a fore section, and they're split in half, and get up to the top and have a look and see what's going on. So I'm not doing an absolute, checking for everything. So on the basis of that, I'm going to put my mask on, and we're all kitted up, and we're ready to go, and we're going to get a crossbow, and we're going to go and have a nosy. Right, so probably just saw me doing a little check down there on the air quality. So we're up here on the top. Up here on the top is fine. Anything else down there is not fine. You get the green particle and that weird kind of noise, kind of noise, which tells you that that it's not fine. So even though you can't see any particles from up here, the minute we go down there, maybe on the deck below you might be fine. Let's have a look. No, absolutely not. So this is the only part of the ship up here where you are categorically safe. Okay, so up here, and I think up there's like you can climb up to the top on a couple of the crow's nests and things, where you're perfectly fine. Anything else, you aren't fine. You've been told. Right, well there you go. That's the ship at Rify. I got cut a couple of times, and what I'm going to do is, I think I have my pox antidote on me, so I'm going to use it. In the interest of not getting the pox, which is fine. I keep an eye on my face. So there you go. So yeah, what did we get? Well, we got this damaged VSD, which is fine. It's, if you want that, that's compatible with KA scopes 76254. It's a fairly solid weapon if you're into that kind of thing. And yeah, and it's pretty kitted. It doesn't come with a suppressor, of course, but it does come with the mag. And yeah, that's not bad. Marksman's rifle. So that's the kind of thing you're into. That's the kind of thing you're into. And you know, bits and pieces and odds and sods. It's one of those things. If you're interested in going there and doing it, then go there and do it. It's not necessarily the holy grail. There's the red trail mark. So yeah, I mean, you saw the situation with the mask, right? And you saw what I had to do to sort the mask out. And you also saw that I can probably get rid of that one. That when you, and that one as well is pretty bad. Oh, we got a couple of these things, which are the standardized suppressors, which work on what do you call it? Alliance weaponry. So we brought our assault weapon along with us, which was the M4A1. So this takes that suppressor. So that's good. So now this is suppressed, which, you know, if you've been, you know, paying any attention to 1.24, they're changing some of the way that suppressed weapons affect infected, not necessarily affect players. So yeah, so we got a couple of those. They're pretty good. Standardized. There's another one, normalized, which I think is for the KA weapons. This one is for the Alliance or NATO Alliance or Western weapons, I guess you'd call them. The I don't think it works on this one. Let me just check for you. No, don't think so, because the VSD, because it takes KA related, needs the other one, which is not that one. I'm going to need that mask though. So, oh, and I was going to add a new filter to that mask so it's not taking up so much space in my inventory. So yeah, you will have seen that when you take down, I think I got like 1 in 4 or something like that. So 1 in 4 times I took down an infected, I got a filter. And the first one I got was almost full, which was very, very handy, because we came out of it with half, and the slightly more than half that's on there. We did pick up another combat mask, which is very, very handy, because these themselves last quite a bit of time. So I think between the filters and the masks that we've currently got in terms of these things, I didn't need the white mask, I got rid of it. This is probably enough to see us through MB Pavlovo. As far as I know, you can only repair NBC gear with duct tape. I got out of this without a scratch, and these are all in pristine condition, which is jolly tickety boo. And yeah, that's it. So that's Rify. I'll be going through Pavlovo next, which is slightly more involved. I probably haven't done Pavlovo as much as I've done Rify. So, like I said, I generally don't bother, unless I had like an absolute abundance of gas filters. I don't really bother doing every room in the ship, but it's easy to get turned around and get a bit lost and all the rest of it. And you need the additional time. And I don't bother that. The good thing about the ship is once you get into the ship, there's no infected in the ship, so they're only outside. The downside to Pavlovo is once you get into Pavlovo, there are infected everywhere, but it's not that big a place, to be honest. So anyway, that's next, and I'll see you all there real soon. Ta-ta. Okay, Cura team, this is Pavlovo. This is the entrance side. This is the side I usually come in from. The Pavlovo village is just up the road there, and if you carry on down that road, you get to Kamenka, whatever it's called. And I usually come in through this side. So I've got the same setup as I did. We're short of mask filters, as I've said before, likely to get some once we get inside. So there's the little guardhouse up here which you can check if you want. I haven't actually checked it, to be fair, to see if there's anything useful in here. No, some police stuff and some ammo. It's nice, I must remember that on the way back. Some regular military Z occasionally spawn up here. You probably want to watch out for them. Right, to this point I know is safe, but here on in, gotta get one of these on. Let's go have a look. Right. Well, here we are up on top of the main building. I've still got the sound effect, which is very weird. Usually it goes away when I get up here because you're outside the area of effect, but for some reason I've still got the sound effect. Um, anyway, I thought I'd come up here, take a little break, for two reasons. One is I can recharge this because I have this charcoal. Where'd my charcoal go? There we are. So put that in my hand, recharge that. And I need to organize my inventory with those bolts and things. So you will see at the outset that there are quite a few more infected to deal with here, and that is because of the more open layout. There's more infected, and you're at their level as opposed to up at Rify, which is you are definitely not at their level. So we've fully recharged that, which is great. We need to put that in our hand all the way around, and we need to put that on our mask, and there we go. So yeah, there are quite a lot more infected down there. I think there's one of them in one of those sheds, which is why I didn't go in there. Or behind the shed, there's a couple of Zeds there, and there's Zeds there, and that's the hospital bit, which we're going to go and have a look at very, very shortly. And we'll just head over here, have a look at this side. Not a huge amount of stuff over here. This sort of marks the end of it, this admin building. There's only ever really one floor on the admin building that ever has the potential to really have anything in it. I'll go and have a look at that in a minute. And we came in up at the top there. There are closer access points down here if you check out the map. I think that road there leads to a little access point, which is a little bit easier perhaps, or quicker, gets you down into the guts of this without having to come down through the woods to come over here. It's entirely up to you, obviously, how you want to get in and how comfortable you are moving around here. I'm reasonably comfortable, so we'll carry on. We'll check out the rest of it. We'll check out this building, and we'll go and check out the hospital way. Right. Well, I mean, that's essentially it. Honestly, that is it. We got a few bits and pieces. I am going to make my way out of here, and I will see you back at the exit for a brief recap. See you soon. Right. Okay. Here we are, back at our little car. And back at the guardhouse, and didn't really pick up a lot from here, to be honest. And yeah, a little bit disappointing. But I mean, altogether, this is our current situation. So our current situation is our crossbow. We have our very nice M4A1 with all of the clicks, bells, and whistles. I don't want a bayonet or a light on it, thank you very much, but it's looking pretty nifty and pretty handy with what it has. And we have a whole bunch of grenades and a whole bunch of stuff, and we have necessary hunting jackets and tactical belts, and I didn't find a sheath, but you know, and here we are, and we've got all this additional odds and sods and bits and pieces, and in our car we've just got an absolute stack of stuff. Grenades, a lot of. We've got the VSD that we picked up from Rify. We've got some of these standardized suppressors, which is very good. We've got mags that are fully loaded, pretty much. We have a grenade launcher. We have an ammo box we picked up along the roadside along the way, which is full of ammo and explosive grenades and various other bits and pieces. We have drum mags, we have a KA-101, we have a Lamaz that we picked up, we have a Tundra that we picked up, we have some boxes of nails and things if you want to get starting with base building. We have some spare water, some more grenades, some spare bandages. So, you know, we're all set. So, I mean, I suppose that took a while, and I was quite lucky finding the little car. The car does help you get around an awful lot faster. I mean, the trip from Rify to here is quite a trip, and I wouldn't normally expect people to do it. I just did it for the purposes of this video. So there you go. So there's the two contaminated zones, and this is all the gear that we have, and this is us looking pretty kitted and everything else. So there you go. I don't think it's too bad. I mean, we don't have like a DMR. I haven't been looking for one. I mean, I haven't gone out to try and find helicopter sites or anything like that. If one's there, that's fine. You know, I haven't gone around looking for military roadblocks. I haven't gone around looking for military trains. I haven't even really been to Zelenogorsk, to be honest. So, you know, there's plenty of places that I have not been, and there's reasons why I have not been there, and that is fine, and that is hunky-dory. And I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you have enjoyed this. I will be moving on to the next project associated with this, and it's going to be a little bit. It's going to take a little bit of time, I think, but hopefully it should be quite interesting. And I'll give you a little heads up now, because it's something that seems to come up, or has come up quite a bit, and I suppose it's obviously a bone of contention as well, but I want to have a look at some of my ideas of fairly sensible loot routes across the map. And I'm going to break those down, and there'll be some rules about it, because I don't want it all to be the same, and you know, all too samey and end up with me finishing at Tizian every single time and things like that. But I will cover some of the things that are some of the places that I think are good places to go if you're starting out and maybe you don't know, or ways to get across the map you might want to consider that maximize the possibility of getting some good loot before you start out on whatever your particular mission is, whether that's going to be a base building mission or a base cracking mission, or whether you're just going to go out to hunt players, or whether you're going to go out to just be a backwoodsman, or whatever, entirely up to you. So that's what's going to be coming up next, and I think there's going to be quite a few of them. They're still going to be on this server, and we're going to carry on through the release for 1.24, which, while it's got lots of good things, I don't think is going to materially affect this server too much. Okay, so I do hope you've enjoyed it. Brief, but interesting nonetheless. I trust watching someone run around do the contaminated stuff. It's all very exciting. It's very scary and intimidating the first time you come in and do these, but actually once you've done it a couple of times, it's not nearly as scary as you think. So, you know, don't be afraid of them. Don't think of them as, oh my, you know, it's really here. Oh, it's not that bad. it's not that bad. It's not that bet. I'm probably more scared about going to Tizzy than I am about this place. But yeah, that's it. And I hope you like. Please do drop a like. Please do subscribe. Please feel free to drop any comments. And I'll see you all again real soon. Ta-ta for now.
PlayStation